Hello, Field. Hello, Wombat. Hello, everybody. I actually do like that JP gives us this pop-up here because it shows me what I can exchange for. Which, like, for instance, let's check it out. Hmm. That is such a terrible exchange. That, on the other hand, not bad. I'll exchange that. Don't forget the summer CQ. God damn it, you were correct. Once again. There's like 4 hours left on JP's stuff. Let me see what, if anything, I need to do. Those are probably challenge fights. But, whatever. Let's see if I can brute force it. Let's go up against an archer with a saber. What could possibly go wrong? Hello, Hardus. Hello, Peanut. Hello, Age. And hello, Fuzzy. I hope you guys are doing good. Hope everyone had a good Tuesday. Hello, Mallory. How are you doing? Oh, that's going to be a little bit terrifying. Is this Bardcore? Alright, let's see how little to no damage I do. Teenage dirtbag, but it's Bardcore. Good lord. Hello, Sarth. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. It looks like even though this is a challenge fight, I may be able to do this. I don't know why I hadn't done this. Okay. Oh, hello, Yugi. I know I got started a little fast there. Like I'm actually a little late for stream, but I got started really quickly, so people are like still filtering in, so it's perfectly fine. Come on in, rest a bit. Good golly. That last buster. JP stream is tonight for summer, correct? Yes. So hopefully we finally get some answers. I was just talking about it before I went live that I really hope that they're not doing the double King Protea. I like King Protea. Doing King Protea Summer is perfectly fine. I have no problem with the soccer faces or anything like that. But ever since they did, and Jesus, ever since they did the like the Artorias back in the day, it seems like people had a problem when they were doing multiple saber faces in a summer. And I do believe that they learned that lesson, and we really haven't had it. So to me, I kind of hope that they don't end up like repeating that mistake, especially with two of the exact same character. I feel like that will just set people off, especially after having like multiple summer BBs in different years. So having multiple summer King Proteas in the same year is going to upset people, I think. I'm actually not a fan of the Final Ascension art. It just looks weird from this angle. We're probably going to get more than 2 banners, if I had to bet. Ah, yes, somebody that I used to know, but it's Bardcore. Jay, you gotta hit me with these when I'm like streaming a medieval game. Now some are Arturiaface. Well, like I said, I think they learned that lesson and they toned down on the Saberfaces, right? And I've come to accept that for what it is. I still think that the way you get me to roll is you actually put a Saberface out there. But ultimately, it is what it is, and they're going to do the things that they want to do. We know that their character choices are not driven specifically like by money or anything. So I think they just make what they want to make for story purposes, and we'll just kind of have to see where it lands. Like, this will either be a very entertaining and interesting summer, or this will end up being like a what the heck were they thinking type of summer. So who knows? Oh, fudge. This is not going to be good. Okay, BB, just don't immediately charge to full. You brought the wrong saber? I really didn't. Although actually, yeah, isn't Passion Flip saber really good for this fight if I remember correctly? Get bonked. He just needs to saber harder, pretty much. Oh boy, charge per turn. That's not terrifying. Yeah, I don't mind if you kill the other Koyanskaya, just don't kill the main Koyanskaya that I actually need. Doth thou still havest? Yes. Excellent. I actually really like when they substitute the lyrics. What fight is this? This is part of the Annie? No, these are just fights for basically unlocking like ascensions and stuff like that, and I just hadn't done them. And I needed to do my 3 runs for the day, so I just said, whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Bunny would make this free, probably, but that would have required me to change the party in the slightest fucking way. And I didn't want to. I was like, no. Now, the good news is both the Koyanskayas are spent. Booba. Evil Booba. And we basically should still have Logress as long as she doesn't go ape shit on Logress right here. Which, good lord, she be trying. Asriel says, yo, what up? Okay. Ah, yes. How perfect. My anti-male level 3 Artemis came in, chat. What would I have done without her? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to get at least I've leveled Asriel and foed him. This is gonna do, yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna do jack shit for damage. She's got triple defense. Please stop hitting Logris, you piece of shit. Yes, please, dear Lord. God damn it. You actually got weight roomed there, BB. You actually got weight roomed. And of course, now I get the Buster cards. I think we're gonna take this. We're gonna let my man do his thing. Jesus, that is nightmare fuel. Hit him with the multi-Zabania. God, even with the super effective modifier from his third skill, it still only did 40k. This bar is gonna be rough. Okay, thank you. Oh, she has invuln pierce. Disgusting. Well, if she has invuln pierce, that will not protect either of these. So, we may as well send Azrael right back again and tell him, I'm gonna do it again! This may take all of my seals on JP just because I'm gonna be lazy and hit the reading Steiner. This is what I get for going into a fight completely unprepared. I remembered one of these was an actual challenge. Oh. Sorry, capture card died. He didn't do very much, chat. Mega, thank you for the 86. How's it going? Oh, you bitch. Mash has that 100% buster. But I do not have Paladin Mash here. I gotta try to generate charge with him. Okay, thankfully it does look like she lost her shit. So as long as Azrael stays up, we have a chance. There's a possibility here, chat. I have to get the job done, like, now, though. Like, this next turn is the last one. Okay, Azrael, you have one attack buff. Wouldn't QAB have been better? I was trying to generate stars for this turn specifically. I just didn't get the stars I wanted. Okay, the death misses. I've got 42k and a dream. All right, he's gonna get it as long as he crits. He does! GG! Oh, that was so bad. I have not leveled his skills at all either. Not even close yet. This is what I get for going in with my, like, ember farming team. See, chat, any fight can be a challenge fight if you just try hard enough. Um... Yeah, I was gonna say, I truly don't think I have anything left other than I guess I could do, like, advanced quests, and I really don't want to take the time today to do that. So we will just yeet us ourselves right into another Ember Gathering. He imposed the concept of a dead hard drive on her. Yes. He imposed exorbitant RAM prices. Okay. I should be showing you guys the new Artoria buff. I didn't think about that, but we are just trying to be fast today on JP. As we have the CQ to do on NA, and we have story as well. Okay. Angry at AI for raising the cost of everything? Probably. Ezreal? Listen, this is not League. We do not do League posting in here. How far did you get an OC3 story last night? I literally have only done, like, I'm 10 pips into the story. Exactly. Because that is the required amount. What the fuck am I doing? Kill him! Why even bother wasting another NP? Time to spend the rest of the teapots and extra to Bon Jalter and Summer Scotty? Go for it. And that actually perfectly leaves me with enough for three Blapples. I need to do my Grail casting still on both servers. That is something I'll have to remember to do. But that is it for JP right there today. Yeah, in OC2 I fought Astolfo. Final unlock to be open and everything else I'm doing in the event before doing OC3. Like I said, I'm literally only doing the minimal amount for the missions because the missions actually get you like bond rails and stuff. So I don't want to miss those. But truly otherwise, yeah, the focus is on OC2 and finishing up summer. So chat, what is my CQ here on NA? I would love a brute force solution to this. If anyone knows. Knights of the Round than Buntoria? Wait, really? Our CQ is Buntoria? A fake Buntoria? How dare they? Yes, it is. In Hangun Ona. Honestly, this pretty much screams seal then. I use Summer Ibuki, so that doesn't work for you. Why? I have a MP5 on NA. Like, that is what that is. Yep. I easily can do that if I need to. Guys got hit by the Keck weight. Now, whether or not mine is strong enough, we'll see. Who was the third support if you used one? Oh, really? What, that I have an NP5? Yeah, I've had it. Used Avalon. Okay, that's a fair point. Is that the damage she? Yes. Okay, in we go. You have a unit that I don't have, though, Leah. Which feels so good to say. No problem, Earthly. Thank you for the lurk. She has a banner? I don't know who you mean. Roll? No. These are trying times and I have to save money. We've entered my free-to-play arc, where I'm just a big baby and refuse to roll on anything. Which is, like, such a weird thing to begin with anyways. Okay, so Gawain be a little bit thickum. I don't care if I don't min turn as long as this kills. Hmm. She's gonna full refund anyway, so. He lasted the longest. That's all good. Yeah, you can tell though, like, I'm not getting any damage out of him. Ugh, that 97% is just evil. Wait, when does... Is it not until after I defeat all the knights here? Omega lol. I answered that question yesterday, George. Bunny Lassie, you can savor her? Yeah. I should have pulled in, like, Squirtoria or somebody here for this. Just play Denial with Gawain. Actually, at this point, I think we just go ahead and rotate. Rotate banana. Does Gawain? I don't think Gawain has Invuln Pierce at this point. I'm not imagining that right. It's just Barghest that can remove stuff. Okay. Haven't been paying attention to JP units this year. Do you have a recommendation for tertiary sports that may have come out this year for me to prep for? Or I mean, I guess if you go further back to last summer, you can also look at Summer Tiamat. Of course, they put her in the most cultured Ascension chat. Of course they did. This is just not a good card combination. Either fortunately or unfortunately, actually, I shouldn't have. Well, no, I'm fine. Either fortunately or unfortunately, Bunny does not have Invuln Pierce here, so this is to my advantage right now. I still think like this is where I was hoping that they actually do give Bunny a buff. I still think even though they've turned Bunny into a much better unit than she used to be, she still just really does like lack in P damage. And given the fact that so this is really funny. Her Noble Phantasm is in Hangwin, the mobile hall that Arthur had. And yet, during that, in Hangwin fires Rongominiad. And how do we know this? Because she has a line where she accidentally starts saying Rongominiad and then's like, oops, no, I meant in Hangwin. See? I mean deploying main gun. So, you know she's actually doing it. And it's where I'm like, okay, that's weird. Oh, please don't. Please don't immediately one-tap her. So I would like it if they actually did provide Invuln Pierce to her. This is pretty much just a we have to get her to that NP. I think she could still use the NP buff, yeah. I think if she gets the NP buff, I'm fine with the way she is. It's just she was always kept really low on that end. I've never really understood it. Other than they knew she'd be a popular character regardless, so they knew they could get away with it. Okay, this is just going for the kill. Oh. Shit. My capture card chat. It's so weird. I don't know how that happened. What a shame. Yeah, it really was a shame. But she did actually say that she had to go and departed very, very quickly on her own. So I didn't have to kill her. Anyway. The capture card was appalled and looked away. Exactly. Feels wrong because of her spectacular NP. Yeah, I do think like if they give her a proper NP interlude, she's fine. Like that NP is well slated because of the fact that it just has all of the modifiers to her cards and she's already so robust from the carding perspective. And now if we look, we have Artoria who's very robust at that as well. So I think like there's some synergy there amongst the Saberfaces. You will have this like I actually look forward to running a team later on and clearing nodes where I don't take Castoria and I'm instead taking like Artoria and Lartoria and like Bunny or something like that and just being like, ha, everyone's synergistic with each other and we're just murder hoboing everything in our path. But either way, that is NA Summer completely done now. Now, chat, we are going to begin Ordeal Call 2. You have been warned. I am continuing where I left off last night. The goal will be to try to finish it today. I'm sorry, I thought I was on section 16. I forgot we kind of powered through a couple ones right at the end of stream, so we are actually almost done with 17 here. And I am facing a big old fat question mark because I believe we're about to go up against the Count. Did I get my NEC? Which one? JP has like 20 to pick from. It's gonna be so fun just to watch the Knights of the Round gang everyone. And I actually want to see that. Like I said, I am a-okay with the Fairy Knights and stuff being strong, but I do think there's some bullshit there lore-wise where we're saying the Fairy Knights that are just borrowing the name and the legend are somehow stronger than the actual legend. And I'm okay with saying, like, hey, they're strong because they're different, because they have these, like, bestial aspects to them. I think that's fine. I think that we need to see some parity, though, because right now it really doesn't feel like there's parity between the Knights of the Round and the Fairy Knights. It just feels like the Fairy Knights are just straight up stronger in most cases. The name actually weakened her, didn't it? Yeah. So it's a little weird in that regard, and I want to see the Knights of the Round get kind of modernized a little bit. Like, give them something to really lean into their legends. Oh, also, okay, so unfortunately, Bardcore is going to come to an end as we are going to turn on basically the sound here. Simply because she's a 5-star, the other ones, though, that's inexcusable. I'm not really gonna get too much into like the rarities and stuff because I think they decided the rarities on their own for various reasons. Like, I think you can make a good case for where any of the Knights of the Round or even like any of the Fairy Knights should have been a 5-star, right? So that's where I'm gonna say it's a little bit arbitrary as to how they decided it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm just like, it is what it is. I just want to see the Knights of the Round get stronger because so many of them have those early, like, year 1, year 2 kits. And they have gotten some buffs over time, but I think they have been a little bit left behind at this point. Like, I remember a point where, like, I was super ecstatic to get copies of Lancelot because Lancelot was just an actual buzzsaw and just mowed enemies down. Now it's like, well, whatever. They should release the other Knights of the Round too. Yeah. I would actually, and I know people are probably tired of all the like King Arthur wank and stuff in Fate, but at the same time, I have to say that part of it is, and part of the reason that like those of us that are fans of it still want more is because while Nasu has done a decent job, he has also like danced around it and not actually properly given us the true legend or fleshed it out more. The closest thing we have is Garden of Avalon, which was a drama CD released literally earlier in the year prior to FGO. And already he's kind of gone against what he set out there thanks to the events of LB2. So I really want to see this. Wait. I realized that I was not paying super close attention to what transpired there. Bring me the Green Knight. So the Green Knight technically was in Lost Belt 2. That's the horse enemies that you fight. But I do agree, I'd like to see a little bit more of the Arthurian mythos fleshed out. Have I played Tainted Grail yet? Yeah. I got a little bored with it at a point. Interestingly enough, it was an interesting world, but I think I'm getting somewhat tired of the like super dark versions of Arthurian lore. And I just want to see someone actually do Arthurian lore justice, because it's at the point now where we have far more like corrupted, tainted, darkened versions of like the legends of King Arthur than we do the actual telling of the legend, because I think people want to be like edgy and like make it sound appealing to the current modern generation. And I don't know, some part about the tales of King Arthur are actually like inspiring. Oh, bro used Mindfire. I haven't done that shit since I played as a bounty hunter in Star Wars Galaxies. Modern culture loves edgy too much. I think there's room to tell a Arthurian story that has darker elements and stuff, but the idea here, and this is why I say this, okay, chat? You can't have a world that's totally grimdark. It doesn't fucking make sense. And I know right now people that are fans of like Warhammer and Diablo and stuff are going to scream at me, but here is my justification. Chat, would you live in Diablo's world? I'm willing to bet all of you would say no to this, because it's so fucking hopeless. Most of you would just either end your life or go down fighting immediately, right? So that's the whole point. I think when you start thinking about it from the stance of just the general populace in these worlds, they're probably like, oh, hell nah. I barely want to live through a Dark Souls various worlds. Yeah, it's very similarly, right? Like, the idea being you have to have some hope. There has to be some light to counteract the darkness. If a world is just truly dark, it doesn't fucking make sense, because there has to be hope. There has to be a reason for people to keep, going on and striving towards a better tomorrow. Otherwise, why else is the hero struggling? If it's pointless anyways, why the fuck is the hero bothering? There is so much depressing, hopeless stuff, IRL. I think we need to start to lean towards optimism again. Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, for me, from a storytelling perspective, it doesn't really make sense. And I think this is why when I get into, like, some of these tellings of Arthurian mythos, I don't like them as much, because they are truly just so morose that there's no point to, like, living in them. Like, shit's beyond fucked. The king of their golden blade shows up to slowly bring hope back to the world or something? Exactly. And I do kind of agree with that. Like, the idea being that there has to be a reason to keep going on. And there has to be, like, a prophecy out there where they're like, oh, the king's gonna return. The king's gonna bring, hope to all of us. And that's why people keep clinging to that hope. Otherwise, truly... And this is a proven thing in real life. If people don't have hope, they actually do slowly give up and die. Like, it's just a thing. Oh, I see chat is distracted. God, please, OC2 just brought us hope. I see. Bring back the night of the round, yes. But yeah, that's my only point, right? Like, you can have a setting that's overly dark and grim, but it can't be completely grimdark. You have to have some reasons to keep going on. Like, so I'm gonna use 40K as the example here. 40K is very much completely grimdark. The only difference is that you do have the Emperor, and the Emperor is the hope of all of mankind. The Emperor is why mankind keeps going. If something actually does happen to the Emperor, mankind probably unravels really fucking fast. Both from a logistical and just simply hope-based viewpoint. Oh? She's drugging us? JP stream is at like 6 a.m. my time, so another 10 hours from now. Mr. Two Love Treble will be streaming it. Okay, I don't know what I'm facing here and now. I'm going to assume I'm facing both of them, or at least just Marie. So we do have Jalter there in the back end. Prepare for the buff debuffs? Yeah, I'm still not sure exactly what that means. But we will try. I don't think there's a way to prepare for them. Yeah. Ah, yes, illusory fire. So let's take a look at this. Decrease NP damage and decrease HP at the end of a turn, treated as a buff. So I cannot cleanse it. Oh, this is what you meant. Yeah, they keep stacking fire, so you're kind of up against the clock here, if memory serves. Curse effects applied to you cannot be removed. Change your attack up effect to attack down. Interesting. Why the extra attack components are yeah, I literally do have the coin. This is pretty much a perfected Castoria Berserker. Okay, if all I am is skill sealed, I don't care. That is in fact all that I am. I feel like if memory serves me that this is gonna backfire on me for brute forcing Cagliostro. Well, I've gotten lucky there so far. Both attacks go through. The attack down's a little bit problematic. A stun is even more problematic. Thankfully, everyone was protected for that turn. But I truly have nothing I can do other than Banana Rotate. Which is something I could try. I don't know that I want to. So, do I just let them have the turn or no? Let's let them have the turn. Okay, thankfully they actually don't use it too much to their advantage, which works for me. Decreased buff success rate when receiving a buff is a little bit on the annoying side, but it is what it is. It's very unlikely that this kills. We're going to try to purge the attack downs at least, just so I can get some decent hits in here. But with double attack downs and all the arts up buffs gone, this is not going to deal great damage. Especially since she has the Invuln Pierce C. Which is part of the reason I'm shredding Cagliostro, because if Jalter has to come out of the back line to help mop things up, it's better to have Cagliostro just dead. Damn, I was actually hoping she'd hit Castoria Berserker, but she did not. I think we just keep on keeping on right now. That's a bit of a spicy meatball. We're going to force the NP here if I can. Only an FGO Cagliostro isn't a gender bender or a lolly. I'm okay with that. They will debuff your Hast to Helen back, yeah. I remember that I think I took an AoE in this fight on JP, and I kind of got myself in trouble very quickly. But taking it single target, I can just kind of brute force them. Okay, those curses are a little bit schnasty. Okay, she removes everyone's shit. Hilariously, that shouldn't be enough to finish me. So we're just going to use this. The problem is going to be the curses plus her follow-up attacks. But this should at least protect me from the NP itself. Okay, Castoria Berserker gets back to her in peace. As long as she lives, this is probably mop-up duty. Woe be upon ye, chat. Whoa. I'd really like to see her get an NP interlude. I still feel like her damage output's not the best. Yes, the death proc. I did forget about that aspect. However, that is so dumb of you. Because Marie, you played yourself. Oh, there we go. And that is truly why I have Bride sitting on the back line, so that if one of my supports does in fact go down, I have a hybrid unit that can flex as a damage dealer or a support. There we go. 7 turns, not the best, but pretty controlled most of the time. I don't think there was any point where I was actually in danger. Right, is so great for backup? Yeah. Extella 3. Good one. Lancer's still the only class that doesn't have a meta support. Technically Berserker, but Morgan and Ibuki are used greatly for that. I wouldn't even say like Morgan or Ibuki count as a support, but you do at least have Nightingale there still. I still want them to buff Nightingale again. Whoa! Oh, damn. Yeah, that's obviously not going to work. If that was the case, why didn't you just do this from the outset? Why are the villains in FGO so stupid? It literally is like becoming James Bond level of parody, where the villain's like, I'm going to let them run around the singularity and attempt to get stronger so that they can face me at my strongest. It's also like if you're not familiar with James Bond chat, it's also Vegeta level of like stuff where it's like, no, I want to fight them at their strongest. Oh no, I underestimated them. How could I have foreseen this? Why are burgers so tasty? Here, I will show you the reason. That's why the burgers are so tasty. They've been healed. Don't ask me why I had this handy. I just did. Just oh, thank you, Buffalo. Have less than 2 seconds before the blade falls on your neck. Great. Burger, heal thyself. Exactly. Oh no, chat. She's getting closer. Oh no. What will we do? If I was a Singularity villain, I would No Mercy Blitz Chaldea before they have a chance to make allies. I mean, like, the smartest thing they do in LB7 is just immediately shoot down the fucking ship. And then they're like, and now let's let them recover and rebuild the ship. It's like, what? Oh, damn. That's a lot of strawberry syrup. Of course it did. Bro's trying to assemble all of the parts. He's the only one that can be the Highlander. My spirit origin is no Avenger. Okay. Is a pretender. Yep. Who could have foreseen this? And that's what his card would look like if you rolled him, chat. Ah, your only loyalty is to betrayal. Then, Cagliostro, you must in fact betray yourself. Because, as you know, you can trust no one, not even yourself. Even my stint as a foreign disciple. I have succeeded in not rolling this freaking guy. I'll see you next time in Board Game Apocalypse 2. Well, like I said, Cagliostro 100% betrayed her because he's trying to get stronger. His heroism only shines in matters of scheming and betrayal. He was trained wrong, on purpose. My allies? Oh boy. Chat. What an amazing... hold on. What an amazing statement this is. I am your ally. Like, you would think we learned our lesson with Oberon. Bro also just told us he's a pretender, like Oberon. So, maybe don't believe him. Good enough. Welcome aboard, Cag. Honestly, that's actually what you should do. When you know he's betraying you, you should just be like, okay, you're on our team, and then just slap him in handcuffs, put him in solitary, and don't let him near any electronics. Go throw him in the bottom of the ocean. It will not be long for the architect of this world, the mastermind of this whole plot, reveals himself. Gee, I wonder who it is! Yeah, you're gonna tell me it's Dante's. So fucking predictable. Saying all this while holding the pose. It is at least, like, you can tell it's Dante's because he's not facing you. Or a farming, yeah. I had to explain to my girlfriend what being based meant, and I realized that's such a difficult thing to actually explain. It'll give people the wrong idea. God fucking damn it. Yeah, see the fucking smile. The smile. Yeah, He is. Dantes is trying to break us down and rebuild us even stronger. Cagliostro is just trying to prevent that, because I suspect that Dantes knows that the only way that we can face the challenges ahead is if we are mentally tougher than we currently are. So it's like, again, if you want to lie to someone, you hide the lie in the truth. This, true. This, lie. Unless, like, Dantes himself has just been corrupted, which is entirely possible because he's fragmented into 7 parts. That's his idea. Yeah, it's funny. I'm not speaking of this with any knowledge from the JP side of things. It's just what I would do if I were Dantes. When you know that, like, people are gonna go after the master's mind, you need to do things to make the master mentally tougher. Meanwhile, Cagliostro's just trying to weaken us and corrupt us, and we know that. So he is the 7th trial. Across the entirety of my prison. Ooh. The fucking blush, dude. The fucking blush. Like, wait, he praised me. I am so hateful. Flattery is everything, chat. No. It's just Dante's is fragmented. What is the airspeed of an unladen swallow? Was it you? Of course it was him. I don't know that. He gonna smile again. I mean, bro used fists before, so... Oh, the final three. Oh. You must attempt them. Yeah, Dantes is literally trying to prepare our minds for Antarctica. Like, the whole reason we're doing the ordeal calls is to unlock Antarctica. And Dantes is like, you are not prepared. I think he's also trying to bring some hatred out of the Master. Like, hatred on behalf of humanity. Hatred at what has been perpetrated against us. He's basically telling us, get mad. But also, you can't be consumed by it. Hence the test. Man after strength, you may not be consumed by it, yes. Because I think he realizes that the Master has been, I'm not going to say passive, but tried to, like, snuff out their feelings. And he's basically, in a roundabout way, trying to say your feelings are what make you human. If you don't have feelings, you're just a machine. Whoops. Bro, he's in a singularity of his own creation inside of his mind. How did he do that? I don't know. Fucking true magic. I am your ally. Uh-huh. Chat, so just when you're dealing with a snake like Cagliostro, just imagine everything he says is the opposite. So, you can't do with me as you wish. I'm not on humanity's side. I'm not your ally. I won't follow orders obediently, or I will follow your orders disobediently, if you want to read it that way. If you think me suspicious, you need simply kill me. So weird that you can farm materials inside your mind. Yep. Expressing opinion as fact. That's just commonplace nowadays. Keep a sword to his neck. Say nothing. What's up, Shadow? Maybe that was a different version of him is what I should have said. Yes. Also, can I just say how much I love this? Like, and assuming the shadow is Dante's as we know at Chaldea, the masked one must be a newly summoned spirit urchin. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. The master just called out the assumption that was getting stated as a fact. Thank you to whoever wrote this ordeal call. Thank you for that. I have been waiting for the master to call one of the characters on their bullshit. Because that's exactly what that is. Yep. It's so funny, and I don't remember if they do or not, but they should absolutely tell you to go back and read Prison Tower if you didn't, as a precursor to this. I mean, it makes sense that they would start writing better. Kind of a parasite or something. Mm-hmm. He's literally a mental barrier for us. Yep. You think he's part of your Avenger crew? Oh, they're friends. Yep. Remnants isn't the right word, it's fragments. The shadow did nothing. Yes and no. So it is him, but it isn't him. Dick, thank you for the 63. Avenger Saberface win? Well, you're staring at one, but I think it'd be really interesting to see like Lalter or something become an Avenger. Bro's like, nah, fuck it, I'm out. But it's also probably using his magical energy. Are we getting another doot? Doot! If we could summon the trumpeter. Yeah. Woe be upon ye that do not have Cad Doot as an emote. Oh, it's gonna be this. I actually do know one thing from the Singularity, because I'm not gonna say I got spoiled, but I got told it. But it just had to be with what shows up here. What's up, Cody? Splatoon 2? Isn't there like a Splatoon 3? Well, Theodoric altar. La Bête de Gavaldon. I like how it's like, oh, here's Theodoric altar. Where's Theodoric? Why is everyone an altar? He should be playable. I mean, they might eventually, right? If they put Lalter here instead of Theo? Yeah. There's a lot of people that called this out because of the Wild Hunt reference. How experienced are you at fighting enormous beasts? I have Arthur. Unfortunately, I don't have Arthur's buffs. That is my problem right now. Ikuzo! It's also interesting because that technique is a little bit like ray shifting. Well, the good news is, chat, since we know we're getting a part 3 now, I really do think you will actually see the Wild Hunt proper. Like, I straight up do think that this was setting the stage for it. So it was confirmed explicitly? Yes, Nasu has said that there is a part 3 that he is working on. Well, sorry. He said he'll see you for part 3. Technically, that doesn't expressly mean he's working on it, but I think we can summarize or surmise that because he is the one that is mentioning it, that he is in fact working on it. Le Bête du Gouvernement. Geworden. Before we get a Theodoric altar costume for Lobo. It's so funny because it does feel like this is supposed to be Lobo. So then what we saw earlier was in fact the Count of Monte Cristo, which I 100% surmised, but... Oh? Ah, the good old. And it's shown in a summer outfit that hasn't been released yet, like Passion Lip hadn't until a year later. Technically, we don't have Arthur's skin, but that could easily be a thing this summer. Yeah, we know this. Avenger of the Wild. Boy, this is a long chapter. Holy crap. I do seemingly remember having to fight this thing like 3 or 4 times. It looks back towards you with clear hostility in its eyes. Look, chat, it's Trubs. Bring in Vuln Pierce? Yeah. Zapdos? I do remember people calling it Zapdos. Assume the simple summon stance. I want you guys to know, chat, that stance is like this. Did it have enemies with it? I don't remember. Ooh, Sturge. If only you had NP2. Oh, I really should keep Jolter in here, but we're gonna switch that over. Because this is a Saber, however, I am going to switch this to Jolter. And Walter. Walter may get some time to shine. We go crab mode when we summon. If by crab mode you mean like scuttling, clipping our fingers together and like side shuffling, then yes. You bastard. I remember Cersei having bird feet in any Ascension. She has bird wings, but not feet, yes. So Lohi is the only one I think that actually has bird feet. At least as far as I know. Inflict electrified to a single enemy when sustaining attacks. How misfortunate. The wings aren't real. Yeah, they're the equivalent of like just strap-ons. Oh, well that was easy. I'm probably gonna have to stick with this composition though. Now if you want some weird looking feet, chat, go look at Van Gogh's. Or better yet, Musashi Berserker in her third form. So I'm just gonna have to fight multiple of these quote-unquote minions. He's got a point. Yeah, didn't you do a video guessing servants by their feet? Yeah, somebody did a quiz on it, and then because of that, you guys know I had to do the second quiz video to prove to chat that I was in fact better at guessing a different body part. Because people accused me of being too good at it, and I was like, no, I mean, I'm familiar with the way the servants look. Yeah, he denies? I do. You stuck on Mandricardo? Yeah, because they specifically used Mandricardo's like summer form, and I was like, who the heck is this? Okay. On all allies except yourself. You still got it? No, I did. I had to do process of elimination on that one, though. So 48 may as well be... I probably should have actually just popped the other two. I didn't think about that one too much. I'm not going to use either of their NPs because it's entirely possible that everybody else gets stunned. So I have to figure this out. Oh, that's hot. I'm gonna leave that there. Well, I think everyone's getting stunned, chat. Oh, wow. Wow! She guarded 3 of them. Holy crap, dude. Don't worry, that'll come back to bite me in the fight where it actually matters. Are we gonna use it like a lightning rod or just to jump onto it? You don't know that, but I do. Okay. So this is the very first time that the inner monologue has differentiated itself from us, indicating that it is in fact a different person. So I do believe that this is just Dante's talking to us inside of our head, which is kind of what I had figured, but now that pretty much confirms it. It's not just a weird naming convention or way to like structure the sentences. Burn, you stupid bird. We want fried chicken. Even they did kind of drop the ball with their Lalter. I'm still okay with that. Like, they don't have to include Lalter here specifically. And if anything, like I said, this is set up for the wild hunt later. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I'm a little bit terrified. I don't know why I was not seeing her. It's very true. She's just the original for all intents and purposes. As long as Salter's not here, she is the original. Oh, interesting. Or maybe he's just gonna resummon the bird. We get altars for Tristan, Lancelot, and Gawain for Wild Hunt. That'd be really cool, actually. And that would be at least a way of them to tell another Arthurian story without just going through the paces again. Just make it about the Wild Hunt. And then it doesn't just have to be Arthurian, because the Wild Hunt includes a lot of other figures from out history. Okay. Buff for Zerkalot. I was actually expecting them to buff Zerkalot here, and they didn't. Like on JP, so we'll see. I like how they keep referring to our summons as simple, and I'm like, I'll show you simple. You want to see simple? And see, there you go. That's Cagliostro admitting the jig is up here. It's the invisible storm. You won't last long with an unprotected mind. Summons an MP5 120 Lartoria, yeah. Fight! Test your might. I saw a YouTube short one time of somebody being like, and this is how we came up with the theme for Mortal Kombat. And it's like, what if we just say everyone's names to this beat? And able to use Noble Phantasms? Great. Immune to incapacitation mental effects. Increase defense for yourself during critical attacks. A bonus attack will be done after the action. Okay. It's so hilarious because I could not read on JP, but I do remember this dude doing like 4 attacks, and I was like, what the F? Like, what the hell? The game cheated. And it sure enough, it did. Yeah, I don't know that this particular tactic's gonna hold up too well here. Pokemon saw it worked and ran with it. That's wild. I never considered that Pokemon got the idea from frickin' Mortal Kombat. The hell was that? I suspect I just need to break a bar here. It's like, there's no way it's making me kill him. I do know that. Sounds like someone should file suit against Nintendo. That's true. You know what? The sad part is Nintendo will still win. Oh god, there went the NP seal. Yeah, that's what I remembered. Okay. Well then. I still have the back line. Losing quite badly in the Power World lawsuit, though. To be fair, Nintendo always should have lost that. They never really had a ground to stand on, and they did some actually duplicitous stuff. I get it. If you're a big fan of Nintendo and you don't like Power World, I understand why people are upset by that stuff. Also, if I had had the Mystic Code, I would have popped that bar. But truly, I think that Nintendo deserves to lose so bad just for what they did. And I say this entirely like I don't truly care about Power World. Like, what I don't like is a bigger company throwing its weight around and trying to falsify patents to get its way. I hate that. That's awful. And if Nintendo had succeeded, gaming would be irreparably damaged as a hobby. So I'm actually glad that they are losing just for that reason. It's not a bad precedent. It's like a cataclysmic precedent. And that's the thing that like I said, I know people don't like that, but that's why I feel the way that I do. Okay, now there is a Zapdos. Them winning would have taken patent abuse to new levels. Yeah, really. They don't deserve to monopolize the market. I think, like, they deserve to be able to monopolize their idea, but it ends there. And their assertion that so many of these ideas are theirs is ridiculous. It is patently ridiculous. A true stargazer. So many of their ideas being known to predate them, yes. He's the embodiment of the inevitability of death? That doesn't feel right. Like, that shouldn't be... That should not be what this is. Because if anything... And it may be that that's what it is in this singularity, but I was gonna say, if anything, it's like, the best person for that is, like, Azrael. Masuta. It's just a flesh wound. Chat, how many total chapters do I have? There's 25, 26. Holy crap. Maybe we don't finish tonight unless the subsequent chapters start going a lot faster than this one. Counting the epilogue, okay. Damn, she killed them all. I mean, not that I didn't expect it, but the choice was either kill them all in one turn or kill none of them by, like, gimping the NP as hard as possible. It was just not a good scenario either way. I cleansed that shit. I'm gonna generate stars. I could have gone with the triple buster, but... Oh, that's terrifying. That did so much less damage than I expected it to. Granted, it doesn't have a break bar, but... Ooh, baby, free charge. Oh. God, Castoria is just goated right now at resisting the stuns. It's freaking hilarious how much that keeps happening. Oh, why not? You just delete us. And chat, this is before her, like, insane buff. Bird up, indeed. What's up, Lakin? Yeah, The buff to Saber is just kind of insane at this point. Like, the more I keep thinking about it, the more I'm like, wow, I can't believe they went that far. Okay, so this is just more Zapdos. If that's the case... Bring me charge. Like, I was okay with them buffing her. I was okay with them giving her some upgrades. I think truly the thing where I'm like, wow, is just actually the extra attack buff. It's so nutty the more and more I think about it that I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing, devs? Also, chat, did I skip the story, or was the story just literally here, have some combat? I don't think I did. Oh my god, this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. It's Zapdos? No. Sometimes the combat's first, yeah. What about some love for the OG? And that's true. Like, I do think there's some people out there that were like, Nasu, do you just hate OG Saber? Like, give her something. It's so weird that we have all these versions of Saber, and yet OG Saber doesn't actually get any actual dialogue. Wait, did I pop the Mystic Code buff? Damn it, I didn't. I should have. I would have one shot. Part 3 Trust Cat. I actually do think that'll be a thing eventually. Ah, nice to meet you as well. Easy enough. Again, I'm so close to like min-turning some of these with the Saberfaces, but I'm not quite. But that's exactly what I want to do with a Saberface only build. They're not built really for sustain. They're not really built for healing. So what your choice is usually kill or be killed. Thankfully, thanks to Castoria, I can at least mitigate NPs relatively easy now. But there's only like so much of that I can do. I would love a Saber Wars 3. That'd be amazing. Maybe after we get the new Spaceballs, like Spaceballs 2, maybe we'll actually get a new Saber Wars. Couple bits in OC3 that confused me. I hope Saber Wars 2 gets added to the main interlude sometime. Yeah. I really just want to see them actually main interlude every story in the game. I do understand that, like, the devs have said it's not as easy as we think it is. And I do agree with that, but I think that does kind of need to be their goal, even if they maybe need to, like, pick up the slack and, like, hire some people on the side as a temporary thing for that. But I think they need to actually get the game to a point where all former events are main interluded. Do I like Artoria the most? Yes. Yeah, so I use only Artoria and other Saberfaces whenever I'm doing the story. Because this is the NA server, and my NA account has... Well, it's basically a whale account where I have just about every single unit in the game. So one of the ways that I choose to restrict myself is to only using the Saberfaces, since they're my favorite. It's just a fun little challenge. They need to be willing to try to do that. I think it's truly in their cases they just don't have enough people, and so it's always a difficult ask. I think eventually they'll get around to it, and like you guys know, my stance on this is I really hope for a potential part 3 that it becomes a new starting point for the game, and that they encapsulate parts 1 and 2 on their own as like just past content, and say, hey, you can still go back, you can still play them, so that you have more context and that you have understanding. But let's let part 3 be this like new starting point for onboarding new players and stuff, so that they have an easier time getting caught up, getting to the end game, and being able to do events without getting locked out. You could destroy the whole city. Man, this is just so... No. Yeah, don't trust him. This is such a like paltry excuse for it, but it's great. Cad quick make a plot for Saber Wars 3. I don't think it's that difficult. You could probably do something with like the moon cancers. And then maybe like the foreigners again. But really, I just want to see them develop more of the servant verse, because I think it's interesting as an analog to like the normal plot lines of Fate. He's some big shot Space Emperor. Yeah, I really want to see like Gilgamesh fleshed out. Like, really feel your love for it? Yes, I actually have. I have pretty much all of the versions of Artoria at 120. I think I still have some of like the 4 stars and stuff to handle, but I'm hoping to be able to accomplish that with the upcoming campaigns for the pilgrimage festival, since they give increased rates. Wait, so we actually did try to say I'll use a command spell. Let's do the same thing we've always done. It's so great, dude. A buff for Space Ishtar? I still think that they can at least give Space Ishtar a tweak to, like, making the 80% thing a permanent feature. Like, where instead of it being 80%, it ups it, like, give her buff success rate so that it's 100%. I don't know that they necessarily need to give her like an NP interlude or anything like that, but even just something small like that, I feel like would go a long way to making Space Ishtar fans happy. We're gonna punch the Avenger of the Wild Hunt in the face. Yes. People don't even die when they're killed. Yep. Oh, this is how we know it's the fight coming. It's 5 AP, so we're just gonna die here, chat. Hold on. A viable comp of Space Ishtar using Mozart now that he has this buff? Probably. Like, Mozart, what's her face? God, why can I not think of it? Shufu, like, there's any number of low stars that you can use to get the job done. She just probably would still need, like, some sort of third support that's, like, at least got a decent amount of charge. But that's probably something you could take on support. Escalifus? Maybe. Okay, here we go. Ah, how nice. I'm just being forced into this. So this is one of those times where you actually really want to, like, give Salieri his just desserts here. I'm going to try to target the back one since he has the most health. And we're literally just going to do everything we can to get Salieri some charge. Good, he actually gets some overkill. And now he's got it for sure. Gonna use this essentially just to get Tyra to full. Because I'm probably gonna need Tyra on the subsequent turn. No Saberface, Saberface run ruin? Well, like literally, like I've said before, when the game forces you to take story supports, it can't invalidate the run, or else it would invalidate literally every other gimmick run that people would try. So it's just one of those things where I've had to just be like, it is what it is. Okay. Fuck it. No master skills here, but I can slap the defense down on you. And... wait, does Tyra have... please tell me Tyra has it, chat. And I didn't just pop everything for no freaking reason. It removes an enemy's buffs activating first, but it's not going to remove that. No. No. Oh, that's so annoying. I'm just going to generate stars with Hassan. I'm so upset right now. I'm so upset. It is Zapdos. Hello, Fox. How's it going tonight? How are you doing? And chat, if you haven't followed my good friend Mr. Foxrose, make sure you go do so. Okay. Please don't stun her. Well, it's now solo. Holy crap, man. I'm gonna play for a loop. Hanging out with my mom today was nice. Nice. Always good to see family. It didn't matter. Playing it safe still killed. I should have actually checked. I thought it was one of those percentile ones on the thing, and it nearly cost me. But Tyra just did Tyra things. At least we're almost done with section 19. I really hope that the story speeds up from here. Otherwise, we won't finish tonight. And I mean, we technically don't have to finish tonight. I just would like it done tonight, if at all possible. "22 has 7 arrows. Jesus. Hello, goodbye. Your only... That untamable fire kindled by your own body is your only hope at the end of vengeance. There it is, chat. It's so interesting to see that, like, I've predicted how this one's going. But I really like that I have, because I predicted it because this is the way that I would have taken the story, and it's such a interesting way to handle this. It should have been Lulter. Yeah. I agree as well. It's nice to see that they remembered the Wild Hunt as a thing. And I do think that Theodoric and the fact that we haven't been able to summon him, I think he will eventually be something that gets used in the future. I do think we're going to see like a Wild Hunt chapter or something. We should just skip her a 12-hour stream. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about a 12-hour stream, but... Oh. She's pulling him out by his collar? I swear to God. I swear to God if you say Avengers Assemble, John. I swear to God. Don't you dare. Don't you dare fucking say it, John. But yeah, I assume it's going to be Lobo. So she gave him magical energy. Fangs, proud, noble, twisted fangs, eyes, demonic eyes, glowing like molten gold. One is an inhuman soul that refused to disappear even upon being remade. The other soul forever falls into madness, having lost everything. Yep. There you go. Oh, Lobo and Gorgon. Ooh, okay. I did not think Gorgon would be a thing. But Gorgon is definitely a good choice here. Since she's practically part divine herself. The blade of a German knight. Caca! I was gonna say, just literally get Theodoric to look at you. Don't recall her in anything in a while. I think literally the last time we saw Gorgon was in Lost Belt 7. At least story-wise. There may have been like an event or something where she was involved, but that's the last time I remember it. Unless she was involved in one of the Epic Remnants? The foot event, I think, and that was it. Yeah. A well of more romantic love. Gorgon was in LB7? Yes. Sorry, not LB7. That's my bad. Singularity 7. Not LB7. Not LB. This is the same thing with me saying Ordeal Call when I meant Lost Belt the other day. I think she's referenced in Ordeal Call 1, but yeah, we don't actually ever end up seeing her. Like OC5 the other day? Yeah. Ah, yes, the only way to defeat the wild hunt. To hunt it. Jalter is necessary as a starting member. Oh boy. Suppress additional attacks while in effect. Okay. No. We're manually setting this up. So the support servant is NP3888. My Hessian Lobo. Oh, there. Is NP5476. I'll take that. Support also NP3888. That is probably better than my Gorgon. That is better than my Gorgon. So we're gonna go with that. Well, in providing you a Jalter, you can still use your own. So it's technically not a bad thing. Chat, do I need invincibility pierce here? I actually assumed that I do not, but unless someone says otherwise, I will take it to be sure. Am I gonna try finishing OC2 today? I don't think I can. I think I don't have enough time, as chat has informed me. Because apparently chapter 22 is also 7 pips long. Okay, so he has sealed his attacks. I'm so upset right now. I'm so upset right now that I debated myself. Okay, just in the off chance. Just in the off chance that it crits. Yeah, but you usually end up with chapters towards the end that are like 2 to 3 pips. God, I really want to do that Brave Chain with Jalter. Instead, we'll do that. Which summer banner so far would you be likely to roll in JP? I literally can't answer that question because we don't know what the banners are. And again, I'm not likely to roll any of them at the current point in time. Like I've said, currently none of the units actually interest me. We'll see what happens when the remaining ones get revealed. I mean, that was a nasty crit. I thought I disabled your attack. Low chance. Interesting. Okay. They chose less popular characters, it seems, outside of Lilith. Yeah, and that's where, like, for instance, I like Habitrot. Habitrot's fantastic. I just don't care, and she's the summer, like, welfare. So that just truly is what it is to me. Yeah, I swear to God, if you instant charge, I'm gonna get angry. Omen of Destruction. So useless for this fight. So unfortunate. We're gonna save that because Jalter might be able to get back to another Noble Phantasm. And I need to milk that Jalter for everything I can before she goes down. Okay, we got another Lobo NP lined up. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep abusing this. Durgan MP reduces the 5 hit thing. Good. We assume they are 4 stars. We don't actually know. I could just get this bar popped. I bet the fight ends, but... I'm so close to getting Jelter's like crit skills back. I would like to have used that Lobo 80% darts, but double Jelter Buster crits are like way too tempting. Ah! Ah! No! Oh, that is so unfortunate. I gotta pop this because I have no idea what this does. So we may be in trouble here. We're just gonna go with the triple quick chain and try to align things for the next turn and pray to God he doesn't full charge. Damn it! Oh, it was so close. Yeah, I just take that and I go with it. Oh, did I forget the Mystic Code attack buff again? I think I did. Man, I've not been good with that. At least you have your own. Yeah, that's... Jelter has been, at times, very pivotal to the Saberface runs, because for a long period in time, she was really just one of the highest damaging units that the Saberface has had. Bro, it's so evil. Every freaking time. Nah, fuck this. Fuck this. You're gonna die. I don't have to MP you, but you deserve this. That's just one of those where you're like, nah, man. When you weight room me twice in the same fight, we're not doing this anymore. Get burnt. For style points. Oh, to me, if I can finish it quickly, I will. But there are some times where I dunk on an enemy where I feel like they deserved it. I remember borrowing a support Jalter for the QSH battle, and she was so good. Yep. Yeah, no, we have to go with the Saberface here. Passion's like, what the heck? It's so funny because when they brought him back in the Memorial Quest, they basically made it so that you couldn't buff block him. And I was like, okay, I see how it is, game. Make even the impossible possible. Wait a minute, yep. Damn, looks like that took everything from Lobo and Gorgon, but that does make sense. Otherwise, it's probably frying Jalter. Couple limited missions that wouldn't complete even after I finished OC2. Are you talking about the ones to complete OC3? You should have like an hour to do like 5 pips in OC3. Now we still have one command seal left for the final fight. Which is totally not the final fight. It is weird that they counted that as 2 trials, though. Wait, but dare to hope. Oh, Dantes, you bastard. Alright, section 20. This has definitely been a long ordeal call, at least story-wise, and I'm okay with that. Like, I don't think you need to split everything into, like, multiple parts, like we're doing currently with Ordeal Call 3. Do we got our feety pajamas on? Do we have a butt flap? Are giving me FGO main story withdrawals? Yeah. That's why a little bit, like, I know I'm behind on the story, but I'm not sweating it too much. Like, I literally, truly just want Ordeal Call 2 done before, like, JP gets its summer stuff here, but that was mostly just so I didn't have to worry about completing Ordeal Call 2, and then it was just, hey, I just have Ordeal Call 3 and JP's summer. But admittedly, after like the initial rush of like new information coming out of JP's summer, it'll be right back to this anyway, so. When you sleep, you always... I wonder if we talk in our sleep. I hope you like French toast. Damn. No, it's after reset tonight. It's just probably going down for maintenance on JP, so make sure you guys are, like, set up. This is actually true. I've had to explain this to people before, but when you're really tired, sweets actually do help out, especially if it's a mental tiredness. Your brain functions on sugar to a degree. Obviously, there's such a thing as too much, but give your brain a little bit of a jolt. That's why there's so many diets that cut out sugars and carbs and stuff, and that's why people get, like, kind of that brain drain sometimes when they're on it. Because that's where a lot of your energy comes from. Wish Ant would play more into the story. I bet you do, chat. I bet you do. Oh, OC3 Part 3, I got you. Wait, actually, yeah, when does that come out? Is that literally later this week? Like I said, I haven't been in a rush because we have like 50 days still to do it. And while I will do it like as soon as possible, that as soon as possible is after OC2 is done. Tomorrow night, okay. Poor carbs get such a bad rap, they're the main fuel source for the body. Yeah, I think it's important to understand, like, the type of carbs that you're eating and understand how much fuel your body needs, like, aka how many calories you need to sustain yourself. That's really... Counting calories is and always has been the way to lose weight. It is that simple. Eat less than your body needs. It's your boy, Amatsuka-senpai. Oh. I'm actually surprised they're tying the school aspect back in here, unless it has a reason to play. I would have assumed we were on the home stretch based off how the story was being written. But they're clearly going to circle us back, I guess, to try and, like, tie some of this up. And probably to provide a little bit more intrigue. Calm before the storm? Yeah. Which is hilarious, because it's actually the calm after the storm. I don't know how true it is, but I had a college professor tell me that taking a long, hard exam works your brain so much that it can burn more calories than doing a marathon. I don't know about doing a marathon, but yeah, it can definitely burn a lot of calories than probably doing a run, you know? Like, marathons are stressful enough that they can literally bring your body close to death, depending on your preparation level and fitness, so... I don't think Arturia necessarily needed the buff super hard, Astolfo, but I do think, like, giving her something wasn't the end of the world or anything like that. That being said, I am surprised at the degree of the buff. But as for, like, units that could have used it more, I mean, I do think, like, Ibuki, for instance, could have probably used it in P interlude. But I'm happy. I am an Arturia fan, so... The messenger from the Battle of Marathon did die from the run after all. Yeah. Well, especially because he was not prepared, right? He just had to friggin' do it. It was, bro, go run 26 miles as fast as you can. Now Salter is left in the dust? I would not say that. I don't think we can say that Salter is anywhere near the dust. Salter is just standing on a lower cloud. And that cloud is not significantly lower than the other two clouds. You know Mordred will as well, because you know Spite. Honestly, I think Mordred could get a buff. I don't think that's a bad thing at this point. Mordred is on the lower end of the AoE sabers at this point. She was down there with Ibuki and Arthur pre his NP interlude. Fourth place is dust now. Yeah, and it's, like I said, it's not even necessarily fourth place. Especially if you guys are, like, big Salter fans and you have a, like, Salter that's grailed and multiple MP levels. Your Salter is still going to kick ass and be stronger than any of the other options. Unless you also have them grailed and super leveled, so. Summer Mordred buff this summer, Trust? I don't think Summer Mordred needs a buff. Summer Mordred's still really freaking good. Because she has had a buff. I want to remind chat that. She's in a much better position than she used to be. He has little to no damage buffs in his kit. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Saber Astolfo has always been a really weird one for me for how they did it. In the sense of, like, I really question their choice to make part of his kit's itemization centering around his singular, like, Buster card within his deck. That just, to me, never really made much sense. I like how he's still trying to remind us of the trauma. He's still trying to push that. Oki to alter needs a buff? Oki Tan's an interesting one. Are we talking like her saber form, I assume? Because that's one where, like I said, I do need to look at the numbers because I haven't seen the numbers between her and Charlemagne and how they stack up comparatively to some of the other AoE sabers at this point. Oh, I see what happened in another Discord. That's funny. Damn. Hmm. That shouldn't mean his kit should be bad. I agree with that. And I don't think it's expressly bad. Um, I think Saber Astolfo is caught between what I guess their original design philosophy for him was, and then trying to make him like Okita. And I think they needed to give him a point of differentiation. So if they do give him a buff, I'm confident that that's what they'll do. Because at least at the current point in time, they've both been buffed to be very similarly performing to each other. Help, the Avengers are all dead. Interesting. So was he just a setup man working against us the whole time? Or is Dante's just saying, hey, stop helping her, she needs to do this on her own? I suspect that's what's going on. Yeah, it's only being done for the master. That's the only reason she would do this. Irie's phone.
She got one over on me. It's just like Shinjuku, chat. He's forcing it yet again. Yes, us. That you know. Oh. An alter and a phony. Yeah. Cat, was Jalter really the person that set this whole singularity up? Be honest. This was all just an elaborate ruse so that she could get us on a date and look, like, really good in combat. Damn. Damn. Master being honest to a T. Now I understand why it takes so long to conclude the story for this. It's clearly like the entire ending of this is just time spent with Jalter. just wants the master to be happy. To be fair, I'm gonna be honest and say that Jalter is the only character that's actually attempted a romance with the Master in earnest. Like, we really haven't had something like this before now. Everybody else is just fawning for affection, I feel like. The dance. Yep. She sometimes looks at the record of it, chat. Ah, Avengers are like elephants. They never forget anything. They didn't really hit the same, I don't think. Yeah, they really don't. Wow, she actually looks like a Saberface here. I don't know. I don't think we can say that the devs only want that when this exists. It's just the master has to face the 7th trial alone. We know this. We've been crutching on them. Of course she didn't say goodbye, because it's not goodbye. I'm gonna assume the epilogue is like John doesn't remember this. It's gonna be all embarrassed when we try to reference it. Yeah, so essentially the 7th thing wouldn't occur until all the Avengers left. Because it probably had to return all the fragments to him, if I had to bet. It's also interesting how we can tell that time clearly stopped because of the map change again. The power of gun, yep. Good, I was hoping they would do something different with this cutscene for once. Because it's been the same cutscene like 6 times in a row. I guess technically there was the one where it was like, ooh, it's a double. Alright, oh, is the last one just gonna be solitude and we're just trapped on our own? No. No, he's showing up now. Dang, that's some Eisen level shit. That's probably how they made her. Wait, but I thought Hassan had to leave. Humanity itself summoned him. It is interesting that they went like they tried to corrupt Salieri, but they never tried to corrupt Jolter. They just left Jolter alone. I guess they also didn't try to get Tyra either. Yes and no. That's probably a good point. She probably is intrinsically tied to the master. Hmm. The killer was inside the house, yeah. Yeah, we're not forming a contract with Cagliostro. That's exactly what he wants, I suspect. The prison. Okay. Wait. That's not what I wanted. Avengers cannot be set. Ooh, that's evil on so many levels. I think we're gonna do it like that. I think at this point she is in fact real and like recorded on the throne and all that jazz. Seiso Matsubyo. Foreigners, however, yeah. I think the foreigners are going to feature prominently in the future arcs. I think they're going to be another threat alongside the beasts because they're going to need to diversify things a little bit. Scepter make a reel and an interlude or something like that? I believe so. Damn, still too strong. NP loss. You bastard. Okay, let's see if it steals NP again. It did not. Perfect. We will get another busted Van Gogh buff, probably. We'll finally get the long-awaited Kukulkan NP interlude. Like, oh no, she's ridiculously strong again. Fuck it, we ball. God, her quick cards are so strong. I love it. Costume and animation update. Oh, true. I'm actually, like, legitimately surprised they haven't done a summer version of her at this point. Same thing with, like, Koyanskaya, in any capacity, right? Like, I'm actually surprised since part 2 is over that they haven't, like, revisited that and said, hey, now we can do it. So maybe they will be revealed, but I'm somewhat surprised that neither of those two have been used given their popularity. I don't think Cuckoo's that popular. What a bet. Cuckoo and Kets to have a conversation, any conversation at all. That would actually be hilarious. Who could have predicted his sudden but inevitable betrayal? A Summer Da Vinci caster would be nice, but given how part 2 started, I can't ever see it happening. Yeah, I do agree. Bro. Well, chat, you heard it here first. There is no ordeal call 4. The story ends right now. Oh my god, who could have seen this? And shoot and rearrange their organs, yeah. It's me! Your soul remains undaunted in the face of your efforts to resist that great organization. Looks like I'm not dead just yet. Or maybe it's that this is all a dream. So Hassan healed us? That pain means we're alive. Yep. Damn, we shadow summoning now, chat. Ooh. Actually don't remember what happens here based off story fights, so... Yeah, I assume based off the guillotine, we know who it is. And she has a reason for revenge. Dante was our real servant all along. We've already just been able to summon him. Yep. Up to 4 servants can be set. Guest NPCs can be selected. Okay. So, Cag being a pretender gonna be a little bit difficult. We're gonna have to rely on some foreigner powers. Chat, do I need Invuln Pierce? Speak now or forever hold thine peace. Probably not. Glad to hear it. I can actually fit my own. Yeah. Let's see. Isn't that what Sweet Crystal's for? Yes. Oh, good. He only has 2 bars. He doesn't at least have the damage reduction trait, which is really all I care about. So we're gonna pre-card there, get the NP damage up for the party. Rip Marie, I know, it just is what it is. I should not need her, at least for this. That was actually pretty close in terms of damage output, because I'm kind of flat-footed here. Yeah, he can't stop me if this is all he has up his sleeve. Wait, reduce attack damage taken to 0. Okay, as long as it's actually a thing. Let us just yeet us that, delete us, and tell this man no. Go visit your foreign god, you asshole. I'm sad that they don't like translate death lines sometimes like that. They really need to look into that. Space cares not for your evasion, exactly. What's better than Rongominiad? Twin Rongominiad. Okay, chat. It is 11:03. I hate to cliffhanger you guys here, but this is actually a great point to do so. So we will stop here tonight. We will go over the summer stuff tomorrow. Hopefully there's something going on in terms of that. But in the meantime, I'm going to send you guys over to Mr. Gotcha Gurus. That's not how I spell that. And I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we can continue this, but if not, and we have to wait until next week, it is what it is. Either way, thank you guys for watching. You guys know I always appreciate you. Get on the Discord if you guys haven't already. It's the easiest way to keep in touch. Type in !Discord on the channel and you guys should get the link to it. Don't forget to assign yourself a role. And again, like I said, I will be back tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Later.